I've got you deep in the heart of me, so deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin.
We have them.
820 here, Big 550 KTRS. Yes, of course, that sound is iconic. It's Frank Sinatra, and if he would have lived, he'd be 100 years old. Pete Hamill, journalist, columnist, screenwriter, great writer, has written a book called A Drinking Life, which you must read. Came out in, mid-90s or so. He has a book out, came out a while ago, Why Frank Sinatra Matters. Good morning, Pete Hamill. Thanks for joining us here in St. Louis.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
So you have updated this from the 1999 story?
Well, most of his story is the same, but just looking backwards at different things that were more important to me now, the effect of radio on the career of Sinatra and all of his contemporaries, Edith Piaf, Billie Holiday, all born in 1950. Were affected by radio in a way that was extraordinary. Not just in Hoboken, in Paris. You wish you could last long enough to keep revising any biographical sketch as the important stuff gets more obvious.
Sure.
But, that's what I did.
I was watching, CBS had that musical tribute on Sunday night to Frank Sinatra, and what struck me about it was all genres, all sorts of singers, but Frank Sinatra still resonates with the young kids, and they don't resonate, and nothing resonates with these young kids, but Frank Sinatra still matters to those guys.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I hope, because it's a tale worth telling, a tale of art, a tale of music, a tale of listening to the world and reacting to it. And Sinatra, with his music, he said to men, you can feel. You don't have to be a phony tough guy. The tough guys don't talk tough. They are tough. But you can live your life and be honest about it, including weeping if it's 3:00 in the morning and some girl is left forever. It was okay to do that, and it was fresh and new. And I think probably for these younger people, I think it's also new again. It's renewing the discoveries of the past, which is what most of history is about.
Pete Hamill, our guest. The book is called Why Sinatra Matters. It's looking back on Frank Sinatra's 100th birthday, if he would have lived. Was it time and place for Frank Sinatra? Was it a sort of the cosmic soup that sort of invented Frank Sinatra?
I hate to say this, but I think it's a little of both. He was smart enough to recognize that there was a difference in his time from the 20s or from Prohibition, which he had grown up during, that there was something else happening, something new, something fresh, and he wanted to be part of that. And sometimes the newest thing around is the oldest. You go back to the classics of some kind, and you make something new and fresh out of them. And I think that's what he did.
Yeah.
He was smart enough to think about those things.
Well, that big band sort of sound still resonates today. I mean, that has never gone out of style.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would he say about Hoboken today? Not the Hoboken that he grew up in.
No, but I think if he went for a visit, he had a certain amount of contempt for Hoboken years ago. but I've made a couple of visits in the last month or so, and what I like about Hoboken is the human scale. You don't have 75 floor apartment buildings rising up to block the sun. It's a human scale. Human beings, one at a time, live in a place like Hoboken. I think Sinatra would have recognized that and been reassured by it.
The book is called Why Sinatra Matters by Pete Hamill. You've read him. He's a journalist, columnist, screenwriter, and again, The Drinking Life was a fantastic book. Pete Hamill, thanks for spending a couple minutes with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
It's 8:25, Big 550, KTRS. Let me tell you about the